So what can you do? Here's what you can do. You can basically send respectful communications out to your customer base. You have a lot of fans. You're in a great position to communicate with folks. They do want to hear from you. They respect what you had to say. They've read your books. They've seen you on stage. And they want to know what's going on. So send them relevant content. Put it right here on their handset so they can access you. And then allow them paths to give feedback loops so they can contact you again, engage you, find you in your next event, and then, of course, upsell them products and services, and then build a big database. That database will be very important. Anybody that ever did email marketing understood the value of the database. It's not that much different in mobile. It's very powerful. Email is not dead, even though, in our brochure, it kind of talked about how mobile killed email and email is dead. Email's not dead. Email got tough because of rules. But it's not that it didn't work. When people do want to hear from you, email works. It's just the immediacy wasn't as quick as mobile. Mobile lets me pop a text message on your screen. It's like, well, here it is. Email, I got to wait till I go check it and stuff. But, they both are predicated on the advance of the database. So here's what we do all the time. We deliver mobile experiences. I was able to work with Greg Reed and Napoleon Hill Foundation this year to take the Think and Grow Rich book, turn it into an iPhone app. That was awesome. In the first week, we transcoded it into a couple different languages, and we sold it in 27 different countries around the world. It was awesome. I was very impressed with that. I was very happy. It was an interesting, test to see how far it would spread. I've been working with Tilly Sporting Goods. We've been sending coupons to the cell phone. So 16-year-olds get out of school at 3 o'clock. Boom, they get a coupon for 20% off T-shirts and jeans. They hit the store afterwards. It's a lot of fun for them. Vacations. Vacation deals made simple. Boom, click it. What's going on this week? I want to take off this week. I need a vacation. I'm going to check my phone. I was on Kayak before I walked in here, figuring out where I'm going to go. What else can you do? Alerts and coupons. People like them. Always have, always will. The reason why, Penny Saver and Coupon Clipper and all that stuff still work is because people like a good deal. And they're happy to receive them on their phone because it's green and it's clean. You're not wasting a bunch of trees and stuff delivering it, so people are happy with this. My biggest pet peeve ever, bad websites that I can't see on my mobile phone. Boy, that ticks me off. Fix it, okay? Simple, fix it. Get a mobile website that works. Go ahead, get rid of Flash. It's never gonna work for you, don't waste the money anymore. And build websites that actually you can see on a mobile, because this is how I'm gonna see you. Video, I love video. And, Mike Coney is going to come up here, I think, next and talk about things they do with Traffic Geyser and how they use video for launches. Video is powerful. It can communicate so much information so efficiently, and we do it on mobile. And if you learn those strategies, and including the FaceTime stuff I just showed you, mobile video could be very powerful for you. And here it is, apps. Apps are everywhere. We hear the dialogue about apps. You see the commercials for apps, and apps are cool and they're interesting, and we do them. You might need them, you might not need them. This requires a little bit more thought. There are definitely stages of apps, and I would recommend everybody, if you're interested in doing one, you do a nice prototype, do an early stage one, you work your way through the process before you go, launching some big monstrosity. But apps are very popular, and as long as you use them and you have a good way to communicate and deliver value to your customers, people do appreciate them. And we do all these things for a really simple reason. It expands our reach. So my clients are using mobile to take the current reach they have through the current traditional means of marketing and then adding the mobile sphere to it, and that allows them to reach more people more often. And, of course, that builds your database. The more people you can talk to, the more people you can sell, the more money you make. It's a pretty straight correlation. Our clients are mobilized. They're enjoying the benefits of what we've been able to do for them. And some of the clients are pretty cool. I'm really excited about how it worked out. For example, Steve Clarkson was my favorite example of the year. He was a famous football coach that trains people like Jimmy Clausen and Matt Leinart and Ben Roethlisberger, and he's got all these amazing athletes. And we started working with him. We started doing mobile, sending videos and sending stuff out to the phones to all these athletes all around the country. And we ended up with this deal inside of the Rose Bowl. So if you go inside Pasadena now, there's a 30-foot billboard inside the Pasadena Rose Bowl, right next to the scoreboard. And it says, text quarterback to 85800. And basically it sends you back, information back to your phone. It is the first time in the history of the Rose Bowl anybody ever did any kind of mobile marketing inside of that facility. And it took us forever to get approved, but it's very cool now. We were there for the national championship and the Rose Bowl game. We had thousands of people opt in and participate in those programs, and it worked out really well for them and the sponsors, who are Hondas. That was the sponsor there. And, all these other brands as well, Pat and Oscar's. I like breadsticks and pizza. We were sending pizza coupons out to people's phones, or across the country. These things work. People were happy with it. So that's kind of the gist of it. And the reason why customers are happy is because they made money. In the end of the day, they were able to build their brand awareness, continue to further their goals. They were able to acquire new customers. They were able to communicate with their existing customers and even drive new sales. But the thing I think that's very, very powerful about mobile was the increase in the repeat buying. That seemed to be the thing that mobile really had a good edge on. You're out there acquiring the customers the first time because they're coming to you. Once you have them, you move them through your funnel of sales as you change your programs or continue to improve products and services. So the repeat buying step is really critical, and mobile allows you to stay top of mind because it stays top of phone. And since it's so attached to you and so close, that proximity allows you to continue to market to them and engage them again. So that's generally the gist on mobile that I had. What I'd like to do too is, open this up and take some questions and answers to make it a little interactive, to see things that are important to you guys in mobile, and maybe there's ways that we can help explain stuff. If anybody wants the slides, you can get them from me. So you can simply text the word 9, followed by your email address. There should be a space in there, so it's my typo. So 9 space your email address to phone number 85800, and you can get the slides. Or simply email me at tom@NiNEMobile.com. And that's about it. Questions? Sure. Sorry, my bad, I hit the button. Sorry, you got Mike.
I'm just curious, and thank you for this, that it seems like if mobile's allowing you to be more intimate and they're truly in the personal space, then you've got to be that much more careful about not exceeding your invitation. What's your experience with that? I mean, it seems like the cost of exceeding the invitation would be much higher in this context.
Absolutely. So communication and being polite, easy way of thinking about it. There's an important book, actually, that can help. I don't know if everybody's read this book. It's actually a marriage counseling book. It's called Love and Respect. It's by Dr. Emerson Eggerichs. Great book. I really wish I had read this like 10 years ago, although it didn't exist then. But nonetheless, amazing book. What this basically says is how to communicate efficiently with people. And there's a different dynamic between men and women on how to create a cycle of trust. So when you're communicating on mobile, you have to establish trustful communications, which means you as the merchant need to send respectful communications out to your customer base, because that is the only way they will accept the communication and say, thank you. And that's the love that comes back. So if you understand